When we saw that chopper arrive, I'm sure the Australian team and some fans wouldn't mind that arriving at Lord's or Old Trafford. No chance of an SOS?
No, I wouldn't have thought so. I'm probably not in shape at the moment. I've had a couple of months off, so to go straight into an Ashes Test match would be a big ask, I would have thought.
Would you ever consider it?
I don't think so, no. I've certainly, I was a bit nervous coming into watching the first test on TV, thinking I wonder if I'm going to be missing it or, whether I want to be out there, but certainly seeing how much pressure and how much intensity is involved with an Ashes Test match, I certainly don't miss that side of it.
I've been sitting with Mark Taylor during the series with the cricket, and I see how he hurts. I know Australian fans hurt. As someone who has just walked out of that shed, to see the humiliation of Lord's must have been difficult.
Yeah, it's not nice, and I really feel for the boys, because I know how much hard work they'll be doing, and I know how well they'll be trying to prepare and trying, 100% to do well for obviously themselves, but also the Australian public and the Australian fans. And they'll be definitely hurting. So I'm feeling for the guys, but I'm still confident that they can turn it around. Just needs a little spark somewhere, a little bit of confidence from some of the guys, and I'm still hopeful that we can turn it around.
Yeah, for Old Trafford, 10 days to go. Well, exciting for you, Sydney Thunder. Of course, you've done so much in cricket. A bit different, a long way from home.
Yeah, it's a lot different, and it was a tough decision for sure. But it's a challenge that I'm really excited about and really looking forward to be involved with a team that probably hasn't performed as well as they would have liked in the last couple of years, to work with the guys and help build something from pretty much the ground up, and and hopefully something we can all be proud of come the end of the season.
Well, that's it. It's a bit of a blank canvas, isn't it? Because look, you've tracked its form. The Sydney Thunder have been far from thunder. It's been drizzle the last couple of years.
Yeah, well, it's definitely they haven't performed as well as they probably would have liked, for sure. But and I'm not saying that for me coming in is going to necessarily be the be all and end all. I think it's important that we all work together. It's not just going to be me making contributions. It's going to be contributions from the whole squad for us to be successful. So it's an exciting challenge. It's going to be tough, but I'm really looking forward to it, and hopefully we can put in some really consistent performances.
Spoke to Dave a few years ago about a couple of times he went back to the Wacker when he was playing for Victoria, and he copped some stick. Do you think you'll cop some stick?
I hope not. I feel like I've been a very loyal servant of Western Australian cricket for a long time, and they've certainly been extremely loyal to me over the years. But this is something different. It's something different from Western Australian cricket. It's the Big Bash. It's an important competition. I think if we have a successful T20 competition here in Australia, it's going to be very important to try and get as many young kids involved in cricket and falling in love with cricket, and this is a great vehicle to do it. It's a good competition, and the strength of Australian cricket in the long run is very important, and so we need as many kids playing as possible. So to try and get a Sydney Thunder team that's really a good team, playing well, and hopefully attracting as many young kids to the game is what's motivating for me.
Well, finally, when you came through in an era, it took a long time because there were so many good players. That is not the case anymore. A lot of the younger players aren't averaging over 40, they're averaging in the 30s. How important, you touched on it there, how important is it to get this domestic competition right, at grade competition as well, to be able to have many to choose from?
Yeah, well, it's very important. There's so many different factors that can affect the performance of the Australian team. There's so many things to consider. So I think we've got a very good structure here in Australia, and a very good pathway for the guys to come through. The competition for youngsters, to play other sports is very high at the moment, and so T20 and the Big Bash is extremely important in trying to attract as many of those youngsters to come and want to play cricket and get them involved and falling in love with cricket, and then hopefully we can introduce them to the 50-over game and the Test match cricket from there. So it's important that we get as many of the young kids playing as possible, and I think our pathway is strong, and hopefully that bodes well for a strong Australian team in the future.
That's right, though, isn't it? As time's gone on, there's so many other interests, there's so many other places that want to pull them in a different direction.
Yeah, definitely, and we've lost a lot of great athletes to other sports. I know AFL has pinched a few very good cricketers, and if we can get kids falling in love with cricket through T20, then hopefully we can pinch a few of those great athletes back, and hopefully see them come through the Australian team one day.